Cromwell's in the news again recently after a few students went to Reddit to post about all of the horrible racism that they've endured in their time in the Cromwell school system. So this is what happened to two twin sisters at Cromwell High School. I'm not going to tell you their names. You can find out their names online, you weirdo. They're 15, and I'm not going to do bits with the names of children, okay? I'm not comfortable with that. But for real, listen to this Reddit post she made. On my first day of Cromwell Elementary School, a kid dropped his jacket on the playground. I picked it up for him and handed it to him, and he screamed, "Ah, a black person," and ran away from me. The next day, I was called a Sharpie pen. Since then, I had been subjected to consistent harassment, assault, and racism, whether that be against me or those close to me. So she goes on to describe her experiences in middle school and having high schoolers bully her by just throwing stuff like sandwiches and pencils and water bottles at her.
I had a poster which only said, like, remember George Floyd. Remember the people that have passed away from police brutality. And when I had gone on the bus, a whole bunch of high schoolers, they didn't like it. They ended up throwing food at me and my sibling. They threw pencils at us. They told some other kid, hit the darkest one.
This is why you need to talk to your kids about race. I'm not a scientist and I'm not going to speak further on this, but go read any of these studies. Go read this one. Go learn about it. Talk to your kids about race, because if you don't, they might turn out to be little bastards.
When we started getting off the bus, kids were threatening to kill my family. They said, "I hope you die." They said, "I hope your mom dies a terrible death." That's the one thing I remember. "I hope your mom dies a terrible death."
Read a little further down and it says, "I've had people threaten my family over multiple summers, and I've had people send KKK messages to my phone from unknown numbers. People came to my house and harassed me and my family." What the fuck? So after this story was posted to Reddit, State Senator Matt Lesser hopped into the comments and in a couple days met with the girls, posted a little photo of them together, and they talked about what they could do with no press or no school administration present. I don't know much about Matt Lesser, but good on him for being the first one to get in there. It looks like he made an account just so that way he could respond to this post, which, I gotta respect the hustle. But here's where the story gets a little fucky-wucky, and you'll have to excuse me. See, once again, Matt, the goated Karen, has been reporting on the situation as it develops and documenting how the school fumbles every step along the way. So our first big gaffe comes on March 7th. Matt emails the superintendent, Dr. Enza McCree, for a short one-on-one interview, and perhaps not in the best decision, she responds with a school equity statement. One of those little basic boilerplate statements saying that they support diversity and all that good stuff. The only issue is that it was from 2021 and apparently hasn't been updated in the last 3 years. Next day, on March 8th, Matt gets a big nothing burger of a response about the school's commitment to, say it with me now, diversity, equity, inclusion, yay. Those things are good on paper, but if they don't have proper support, nothing's gonna fucking happen. And then you say that they didn't work and that they need to be removed, which is just makes shit worse. Make a system that actually helps people, help communities of color. And it also says, despite what some news reporters may insinuate. End quote. Ah, fuck! Those dumb fucking insinuating reporters, those little bastards. I hate how you insinuate based on facts and information you're given. You fuck. So Matt does what any journalist would do and goes right to the school and just asks them straight up for an interview.
Hi, how can I help you?
Hi, this is Matt Karen with Fox 61 News. We're here to talk to the superintendent about racism and bullying.
Do you have an appointment?
No, we do not.
I'm sorry, the superintendent is in a meeting and she has no comment at this time, so you can feel free to call and make an appointment with her, and then you can have a conversation with her.
Is there a reason she doesn't have a comment?
Have a good day.
And then they fucking call the cops on him. I don't know what the vibe was there. I don't know why they thought, this guy who just knocked on the door and asked to speak with us with a giant news camera behind him Like, he might be a child predator. Call the police. Shoot the journalist. He might insinuate on us. Dear God, the insinuations. We have to kill him. He's coming right for us. And I promise, if Matt posts the body camera footage that he gets from the PD because he sent them a FOIA, I will post that shit if it ever comes out. I'm calling it right now today that if we get that footage, there's going to be a cop in that footage who's just standing there the entire time like this. Hey, what are you doing? Sir, you need to calm down. You need to calm down. Sir, I'm the law on these parts, sir. If you want to mess with these kids, you're going to have to go through me first. I'm way better at beating up these kids than you are. You're not that guy, pal. You're not that guy. Yeah, you can record me. I'm recording you too. That's what the body I'm recording you too. He's insinuating. Get him. Anyway, on March 12th, the school hosted a Board of Education meeting where they addressed the allegations of racism that came from these two girls. The mayor of Cromwell was there, Matt Lesser was there, a woman from the NAACP was there, all people that came by to give testimony and saying that the school needed to do better. Some of these people had more interesting things to say than others. If you're talking about racism in a town where most of the people are probably white and the camera has to pan across the entire room to find the two black people in the room filled with all white people talking about racism, you're probably not getting the best opinions on racism, even if the people that are there are well-intentioned and well-meaning people, you know? Anyway, they all had something, pretty decent to say. And then just listen to what she has to say.
Cromwell alum, grew up in Cromwell. Cromwell is not a racist town. We're a close-knit town, and everybody knows everybody. I deplore the incident. Only light can quench the darkness. And I think you know who quoted that quote. I also do, as a coach, a Black History Month thing on my Facebook page. What we must get a hold of is this tribal warfare. It's toxic. Look where our country is. It was not like this growing up. Also in the parenting. Is it lack of parenting? Parents who are too busy, too tired, unaware? Or is it because government? Remember, country's greatest resource, not machines. It's the people are at war with each other. I want to go back to when I was in high school. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other public comments?
I fuck with this energy. You grab the mic and yell into it. And it's not about the people. I don't think we want to go back to how it was when you were in high school. I think you might be looking at the world through some rose-tinted glasses, So I reached out to the girls from the Reddit post, and they say right now they're not doing any more interviews. But I said I would talk back later to see if anything came out of what the administration chose to do. The best part about this story, the most tangible change that can hopefully improve things for these girls and for the other kids that are experiencing racism at the school, is that the school said that tonight on March 12th, they would hire a new diversity, equity, and inclusion specialist. So it's good that they're trying to deal with it, but for the most part, when this kind of stuff happens, the school is always going to try and sweep it under the rug because that's what makes their lives and their administration's lives easier. So I will follow up on this. I want more stuff to come out of this, and I really want those girls to keep using their voices. You got to stand with your community, and that's what the fuck is up.